Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Do you have the clerk report Senate Committee Substitute 1 to House Bill 777?
Clerk, please report.
Senate Committee Substitute 1 to House Bill 777.
Gentleman from Jefferson.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. The Senate went through a couple of changes, all for the better, and I concur with all these changes that they have made. Let me go through them very briefly. First one is in Section 9, which is probably the most contentious part of the whole bill, and it deals with certificate of needs, but became a really good solution in addressing the situation. First of all, in Section 9B, a notice will be sent to the cities and the counties that a certificate of need proposal by a hospital has been submitted, and there will be a 30-day response period. So basically, the cities and counties will have the opportunity to submit the approval or denial. If there's no response, then it automatically goes through. Subsection 12 in section number 9. The reason for this is we want to put more emphasis on the task force, which was approved by the House some time ago in terms of looking at this in a more earnest way. And basically, what that is, we put a sunset provision, which will include, like I said, more emphasis on the task force. That will be thoroughly review the certificate of need. So this sunset is basically in 2026. And as I said, this task force is a combination of quite a few players in terms of really going through a thorough analysis to make sure that EMS services are provided in the best way possible. The next part, besides Section 9, is Section 23. Section 23, Section 1, this basically is a provision that codifies the number one goal of the task force, I believe, is a certificate of need, to really go through, as I mentioned before. Section 2, basically item P and Q, P is in Papa, Q is Quebec. First one is to look at having a representation for the Kentucky Professional Firefighters. The other one is to put the Kentucky Emergency Medical Services Association on the board as well. And the last one is Section 3. Basically, if other players we find that comes into the discussion, we want to give the co-chairs the opportunity to bring those individuals onto the task force in order to do that. So with that, Mr. Speaker, as I'm strongly being encouraged to move on, I move that we concur with Senate Committee Substitute 1 to House Bill 777.
Motion is that the House does concur with Senate Committee Substitute 1 to House Bill 777. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, those in favor signify by voting aye. Aye. Those opposed, nay. House does concur with Senate Committee Substitute 1. Gentleman from Jefferson.
Mr. Speaker, I'd like to go through this folder. No, it's not fair. I'll question myself on that, sir. I move for final passage of House Bill 777 as amended in the Senate with Senate Committee Substitute 1